Good news, everyone. Trump and Kennedy have come together and implemented Project Skywatch. Have you heard about this? Now there is a task force charged with finding these people spraying our skies with poison and taking them down, right? Let's talk about this. Okay, anyways, we'll try to finish this up if I can remember where I left off. Project Skywatch, right? I started a video about it, and I'll splice this in with it, I suppose, right? And the thing is, I started a video about it, and I was just going to scrap it. That happens quite often, okay? And I was going to scrap it because I was like, is it that important? I'm not seeing it shared much. Well, now, since then, I've seen it shared 3 more times. This idea that RFK and the Trump administration is going together to put an end to chemtrails. Project Skywatch, call this number and report any signs of chemtrails. Are you kidding me? Okay, first of all, let's be clear about something. Chemtrails have been going on for a very long time now. Very long time. And if anyone was going to end it, they would have already done it. The people in power all stick together, and this is what we can't see. But one thing I want to point out is who's sharing all this stuff is all the MAGA people. And, you know, I know that every one of them ain't falling for it, stuff like that, and half of them don't even know about it. But let's back up to Trump's first term. He came out, all this shit was going on, and I don't care what you say, it's all a scam. It's both sides working together, making you feel like they're fighting against each other. And his first time around came the QAnon stuff, right? And all this stuff, QAnon kept doing these Q drops, they call it, right? And people were, it's somebody from deep inside, and they're letting us know what's going on. He kept dropping, he or she, whoever, kept dropping these conspiracy theory things, actual conspiracies, and then mixing other stuff in it, like John F. Kennedy Jr. is actually still alive, and he's in disguise and hitting all the Trump rallies, and he's helping Trump get revenge on the Clintons for his dad's death, right? Stuff like that. And it's all a lie. It always was. And more other issues than that, but he would take real conspiracies and mix in this fake ass shit, right? And all these people believing that justice is coming. All this time, justice is coming, and just trust the plan. You don't do nothing about it. You just sit back and trust the plan. Biggest bunch of horse shit I've ever heard, right? Just sit back and trust the plan, because Trump's got this massive plan, and he's playing 56D chess or whatever it's up to now, right? He's just some master chess player. Look, there is some 3D chess going on. The thing is, the people at the top are playing chess. We down here are playing checkers. That's what it is. And it's not Trump playing chess and the liberals playing checkers. No, it's them playing chess, all of them, all the people at the top playing chess, and all of us down here playing checkers, not knowing what we're up against, right? Pretending somebody's going to come and save the day. Somebody is going to come and save us, right? And it's all a freaking lie. Now let's back up. Project Skywatch is a real thing, or at least was. It started in the 50s, and it was their answer to the Cold War, right? If you see this or that going on, report it, call and report it, so we know. And it was what they were worried about is, it was the Cold War, right? They were worried that Russia might be over here trying to do something, and so if you see some kind of this or that going on in the air, certain things, right? Like certain kinds of airplanes or UFOs or whatever, call and report it, because this is part of the Cold War. We could be getting invaded. That started back in the 50s. Project Skywatch, real thing, right? Well, so if none of them are wise enough to Google it, they'll Google, to Google for the truth. It's simple truth, okay? Project Skywatch is a real thing. It's not something implemented by Trump or RFK or anyone else. It's something old news, okay? And could they re-implement it? Well, yeah, because, right, we're pretty much in a Cold War with China now. And all kinds of things are going on currently. We're screwed, okay? Major stuff is happening. Let's stay on track, though. First of all, these tariffs are likely to send us into war with China. That's what's happening, okay? And it's probably happening on purpose, by design. But let's stay on track here. Project Skywatch, okay? It has nothing to do with Trump or RFK. There is no plan to stop the chemtrails. Okay, as I said, the real Project Skywatch started, and Operation Skywatch, whatever it's called, right? Started in the 50s. And since then, chemtrails have become a major problem. Ever since, it's only gotten worse and worse and worse. I mean, all through the 80s and 90s, and even into the early 2000s, you were considered a conspiracy theorist if you believed in chemtrails. Oh no, those are just contrails. Now let's be clear, contrails are a real thing too. That's the normal trail that's left, condensation trail. But it doesn't stay in the sky long. Eventually, in less than an hour, it's gone. It disappears, right? But these days, it's chemtrails. You see all these lines going. They start out in the mornings. Just go watch your sky in the mornings, okay? You'll see them starting out just as the sun starts to rise. You'll see the planes out there, and you'll see them start making lines in the sky. And by the end of the day, you go out here and you look at the sky, and then it's all filled. I don't know if this camera's showing it good enough, but then it's all filled with all this nonsense, all this nasty nonsense. Those are chemtrails, right? Spraying our sky with chemicals. Anyways, who knows if this will make the cut. The weather never cooperates. It's always windy. So I've had several subjects I wanted to do today. Right now we'll stick with this. Project Operation Skywatch, right? Stop being useful fools. Because this Operation Skywatch nonsense is exactly that, a bunch of nonsense. Nobody, as I said, these chemtrails have become nothing but worse and worse of a problem, right? Ever since the real Operation Skywatch started. They're not worried about that. Major players are involved in putting them chemicals in the sky. Okay, it ain't like someone like you or me just has an airplane and we're going to go up there and start dropping chemicals. That's not what guarantee you'd be stopped right away. What's going on is major players, filthy rich people are behind this. And they're not using their own riches, they're using our money to do that. Our taxes, they tax us to death, and that's part of the thing. You want to, how much money do we spend on NASA? How much of NASA is real? Like we just had this, the blue whatever, right? Bezos launched his rocket up there with Katy Perry. These celebrities, female celebrities. Oh, some big win. We made history, right? We went into space. They didn't go into space. They certainly did not go into space. If you watched the actual thing, I watched it live because, honestly, I thought it was going to turn into another Challenger event, right? I thought for sure, because all this fakeness, that something major would happen, it'd blow up, and we'd all be all shocked and all this and that. Well, no, but you watch it, and it lasted maybe 10 minutes from takeoff to landing, right? The rocket takes off, and supposedly it can come right back down on a spinning ball that's spinning thousands of miles an hour, but somehow they know right exactly where it's going to land, right? Right, almost in the same spot it took off from, right? That's happening on a majorly spinning ball. I don't think so, right? People are watching it as it goes up in air. And we're supposed to be spinning this fast, right? But the whole time, we don't lose sight of that rocket. And that's what happened. It got up so high, and then it separated, and then that thing, and then they say, oh, well, our gravity meter, whatever female was on that thing, said our gravity meter showed once we hit 0G, and we knew we could get out of our seats then, and that's a lie. I doubt they got out of their seats. And they, oh, well, we can't wait till the video comes out when we were up there and got out of our seats. How come there wasn't a video inside there the whole damn time? And you watch it and it kept cutting out, coming back on, cutting out. Nothing but a bunch of lies, okay? I'm not saying nothing went up there. I'm saying they went up there, but they did not hit space. Not the space they teaches is there. We cannot get there, okay? And this is just more proof of that. They went up so high, the thing separated, and it came back down. Oh, the moon. They said, oh, you know, whatever. They got up so high, and it came back down. They didn't see nothing of any significance. Then they try to tell us how important it is for humanity. What a joke, okay? Honestly, what a joke. I hope you're not falling for it. Whatever the hell that rocket, Jeff Bezos' rocket, right? And then his wife, his future wife is going up there, and Katy Perry, and these other famous female celebrities, right? Whip-de-frickin-do. You went up so high, it separated, and it came back down, okay? You didn't go into space, you didn't go to the moon, you didn't, right? When I first heard about this, I thought, oh, they're going up there and going to circle around in space or something. No, they didn't make it, right? They made it as far as they can go, and I guarantee you we can't go any further than that. They made it probably as high as the ISS, maybe not even that high, and then came back down. Getting off track a little bit, right? Just consider this. Okay, now Project Skywatch. Here's the most important thing about Operation Skywatch, whatever it's called, right? Is the MAGA side is the one throwing this out there, giving you lies. They can't come up with anything that Trump's actually doing good. Oh, the immigration thing? Really? Let's consider that. This dude that I don't know if I published it yet or not, a video about immigration and how they are sending all these illegals over to the El Salvador prison, right? Trump applauds the leader of El Salvador because what's he doing to cut down on crime? Well, I mean, that's fine and dandy, but what's he doing to cut down on crime? Look it up. He's suspending civil liberties in his country, in El Salvador, right? That's coming soon here to America, and they're using this nonsense. Well, but here's the thing. They accidentally deported this dude from Maryland, whatever, who shouldn't have been sent to an El Salvador prison, right? He had no criminal record, nothing like that. But, so now the Supreme Court comes and says, well, you got to return him, right? And there was this, and now suddenly, it comes out that he's got to be returned, okay, because that was not right. Pam Bondi says, we'll send a plane over there when you're ready to release him. Well, the leader of El Salvador comes here to the White House and then tells us, well, I can't release him. I'm not going to release him, refuses to release him. That should scare the shit out of you because, as I said in that other video, if it's published yet or not, he is, they are saying that we have the right, if we do it before the Supreme Court gets involved, to even deport actual American citizens. You better consider that. What if they accidentally deport your ass, right, to an El Salvador prison, and El Salvador says, we're not letting you go?
The people wanted to change their weapons, and they wanted to be demanding. They love you. They love what you do. I'm not feel supportive. I want them to do, for homegrown criminals next. Yeah. I said, homegrown's the next. The homegrown's built. You got to build about 5 more places. Yeah.
You better look up how the prisons are over there. Consider that shit, okay? But all these people, they can't find any, and I'm not saying it's all of them, but look, we're being useful idiots, okay? You can't find anything that Trump truly is doing great, that's great for all of us Americans, and so you come out with this nonsense. If he was doing stuff that great, you wouldn't have to search for nonsense because you want to defend him, and you come out with these lies about because I've seen everywhere I see it is the MAGA crowd, right? Operation Skywatch. We're going to end chemtrails. They're all going to be brought to justice. People are going to jail. This is the same shit we've been hearing for more than 8 years now, right? When are we going to get it? Just so much going on in this nation. Okay, I'm going to do another video about where this autistic kid, 17-year-old kid, was behind a fence in his yard with a knife. Cops show up, several of them, show up and blow this kid away. It ignites protest, right? As it should, right? People are very upset about it. He's wielding a knife on the other side of the fence, and the cops feel threatened for their safety, so they blow this kid away. I don't know if you heard about it yet. Maybe I'll leave a clip in here. Depends how long it is. Otherwise, I'll do a separate video about it. But anyways, now all the citizens came together and decided they're going to protest that police department. They all come together. They go protest the police department. Major protest, right? What is the police response to that? Here in America, the police response to your right to protest about something that was very uncalled for. The actions that the police took, way uncalled for. Okay, they should all be all the officers, I don't care, they should be in front of a firing squad for what they did. That's where I stand on that. Okay, but you're not going to get justice. Instead, the people who are on the protest, what was the police response to that? What was the city's response to that? They put snipers up on the roof pointed at all the protesters. We need to get a grip on shit, and we need to understand how dangerous things are becoming. Every angle you look, it's nothing but nonsense, okay? All kinds of shit is going on, and we're about to be judged heavily. I guarantee that. We're having, not that bad weather is something new, but we're having massive, stronger tornadoes than ever before, right? Or in our known history. And earthquakes, floods, just all kinds of stuff, right? And California just now had an earthquake, and I've been warning about that. That fault line's about to go major soon, and the New Madrid fault line has been majorly flooded, and all through that area, massive tornadoes. Just one more thing to get a grip on. We're about to enter a major World War III. Okay? If one little slip up any minute now, it could pop off. And we need to understand that, right? This tariff nonsense, it's a battle against China. It has nothing to do with, because he dropped them for all the other nations, right? Or put them on pause, I should say, right? I promise you, this is, look at all the reasons we lead up to war. The economy is one major reason. They need to crash this economy, and it's coming. That we got now news of all these people now running to withdraw their retirement funds, right? 401ks and all that. Major shit's coming, and every day it's some new shit. Just today, another plane crash in New York. But we'll stay on track here. Operation Skywatch, a bunch of wishful thinking from people that can't admit that they've been duped. I don't care. Oh, he hasn't even been in there a full year yet. It don't matter. In the first month, you could tell you were being duped. Okay? Where did he put his focus? His first day in office, what happened? They're telling us, oh, we're saving you trillions of dollars, right? He spent sent out $500 billion the very first day. Right? Oh, well, he's going to save the economy, and America's not going to be taken advantage of. Listen to me. Yeah, Trump ain't lying. These other nations are taking advantage of America. But our American government is taking advantage of the American people. Anyways, I was going to talk about several subjects and get in deep with them, but I'll just cut them into separate videos, as I should anyways. But let's consider that Operation Skywatch. I hope you're not falling for it. I hope you don't see something posted and start falling for it. I see the one was unshareable, right? It was posted on some Trump group on Facebook, and several people in the comments. I wish you would make this shareable. The problem is they want to be useful idiots instead of facing the facts. Operation Skywatch. Once again, somebody from the MAGA side is coming up, digging up old conspiracies, old true conspiracies, and then added a bunch of lies to it so that you'll trust Trump once again. So you'll believe some kind of justice is coming. No, very dangerous things are happening for us here in America. This whole deal where they deported the wrong person and now coming up with all these reasons they ain't gonna bring him back. This dude who wasn't a criminal sitting in an El Salvador prison, his life's done for. But as I said, stay on track with Operation Skywatch. Have you heard of this? And let me know your thoughts on it. I'm here to assure you that that is not true. And I just want to put that to rest for anyone who's about to fall for it. No one's trying to stop them chemtrails. Those are the very rich. Chemtrails are being put up there by the very rich who all side with who all are siding with the idea that we need to depopulate, right? Who are they trying to depopulate? Not themselves, us. And they're using our hard-earned tax dollars to do it. Just one more reason I'm not, this is nonsense. We're not holding no one accountable. Our government has gone rogue and we need to do something about it. And instead of anyone banding together, sticking together to do something about it, we'll look for nonsense, lies. We'll throw lies out there, mix it in with real stuff to pretend that something's being done. Nothing's being done. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And as always, we appreciate you watching, sharing, subscribing. Don't forget to like it and share. And let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep all of his commandments, for that is the whole duty of man. For God will bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. See ya.